Back when I first got into Bitcoin, buying it was actually pretty hard. There were no mobile apps, no regulated exchanges, no clear instructions. You had to be kind of a nerd or kind of crazy. But today, it's never been easier or safer to start buying Bitcoin. And in this video, I'll show you why you don't need $100,000 to own Bitcoin and how to get started the right way. If you're new here, hit subscribe. This channel is for real Bitcoiners and smart learners. Let's start with the biggest misconception out there. Bitcoin is too expensive. I can't afford a whole one. Here's the truth. Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million units called satoshis or sats. That means you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin, even just a few dollars worth. For example, if Bitcoin is $118,000 and you buy $20 worth, you get about 0.00017 BTC or 17,000 saties. Just like you don't need to buy a whole gold bar, you don't need to buy a whole BTC. So where can you actually buy Bitcoin safely in 2025? There are three main options. First, centralized exchanges or CEXs. These are user-friendly platforms like Coinbase for the US and EU, Bitpanda in the EU, Kraken and Binance globally. The pros, they're easy to use and support fiat. The cons, not your keys unless you withdraw to self-custody. My tip: always enable two-factor authentication and move funds off exchange if you plan to hold long-term. Second, Bitcoin-only platforms. If you want no distractions, check out Swan Bitcoin in the US, Relai in the EU, River in the US, and Pocket Bitcoin for Switzerland and the EU. The pro, BTC-only, clean user experience and auto dollar cost averaging. The pro and con, limited altcoins, which is actually a feature. Third, peer-to-peer or P2P platforms like HODL, BISC and Robosats. These are for advanced users who want maximum privacy, but you'll need to take care and check trust ratings and understand the trade mechanics. This is not financial advice, but here's what I tell friends. Start with an amount you'd be okay losing 50% of short term, something you won't panic sell, even if it dumps. You know, many folks start with $50, $100, or even just $10 per week using DCA, that's dollar cost averaging. The key isn't how much you buy, it's simply that you get started. So once you've bought Bitcoin, where do you actually keep it? Well, there are a couple of options. Option one, custodial, which means keeping it on an exchange or app. It's easy for beginners, but here's the thing. You don't control the keys. Remember the saying, not your keys, not your coins. Then there's option two, self-custody. You can use a Bitcoin wallet like Blue Wallet, Moon, Phoenix, or Blockstream Green. With these, you hold the keys yourself, which is definitely safer in the long run. Just make sure you back up your recovery phrase. It's kind of like your personal vault key. And if your holdings grow, you might want to consider a hardware wallet like a Ledger, Trezor, or Bitbox for added security. Here are a few bonus tips for first-time buyers. Use limit orders if you can. That way, you avoid market panic. Never, ever share your seed phrase. Don't get scammed by giveaways or fake support, and definitely educate yourself before you YOLO. Oh, and don't check the price every 5 minutes. It'll drive you mad. Most importantly, think long-term. Bitcoin isn't about getting rich by tomorrow. It's about opting out of a broken system. You don't need $100,000 to buy Bitcoin. You don't need to be a tech genius either. And honestly, you don't have to wait for the perfect moment. Just start small, learn the basics. And before you know it, you'll be ahead of 90% of the world. So let me know in the comments, what was your biggest question before buying BTC? And if this video helped, give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Stay sovereign, stay sharp, and remember, stack sats, not regrets.